Well, folks, back here, Kieran Kyo for the European Championship special here on CKTV for YouTube, for all of you. First two parts, we talked about the groups, we talked about Ireland's prospects, we talked about the different teams and the memories that they have had in the European Championships. I didn't get the chance to touch on, you've seen it there at the top of the third part there, we showed you memories of the European Championships, and we focused a lot on the English and their progression over the years and what a lot of Euro 96 and stuff. Don't you just love looking back at these things? Great nostalgia, and that's what it's all about, folks. It's all about enjoying the moment and then living the moment and then looking back at some great moments. Let's just talk about England now. You have a team that boasted some great players over the years, but the media in England is just too overhyped. It's always looking for England to go and do the job, win the whole thing. Of course, we've seen, I'm going to talk about the most recent championships now. Of course, they won the World Cup in '66. Everybody's talking about the 40 years of hurt, the 30 years of hurt. At this point now, it's 46 years of hurt since they won the World Cup. I would say the best they've done since that, of course, World Cup 1990, they got to the semi-finals in Italy, and then of course in 96 they got to the semi-finals in England, and of course Euro 96. They've had some great campaigns over the years. Their qualifying campaigns are always very good. The way they play in the qualifying campaigns, you would think they're going to go on and win the whole thing. But then again, their groups are always pretty easy. Well, not always, in generalising, but they always have pretty easy groups. Like, you think of the players they had in the 90s, like Alan Shearer, Paul Gascoigne, people like Les Ferdinand, who wasn't even a regular, but he was a good player in my opinion. He used to always I used to think he was good. So many big names that have made their name in the Premiership over the years didn't even get a full starting lineup position for England all the time. You think of Steve Bruce and Gary Pallister, two of the greatest Premiership winning defender, and they didn't even make it to they didn't even make it as regulars in the first team for England. They were two of the, of course, great Premiership winners for Man United over the early 90s, and they didn't even make it into the regular English team. You've got people like David Seaman was probably the greatest goalkeeper in English football history. People like probably guys like earlier on, of course, you people like the Charlton brothers, Jackie and Bobby Charlton. You've got Kevin Keegan in the 70s, big name for the English. Went on to become a manager and turned out to be a terrible manager for them. It's just strange the way it all works out, isn't it? You'd probably look at now this current crop to be a team that is very well honed as part of they've really been brought in. They are kind of rebuilding the English side. Steven Gerrard now the captain for this year. You've got people like Frank Lampard still there. I'm not sure if John Terry's going to get a place. A lot of controversy there with Terry lately, and they're not too happy with him in general. Roy Hodgson, of course, in charge now. He's at the helm for the English, replacing Fabio Capello, of course. Although in a World Cup situation or in a European Championship situation, maybe it would have been better to have Capello there, because he is, of course, a former Italian manager and has been at the top of been in the big tournaments before with Italy. Of course, he was in the big tournaments with England at the World Cup, and their most recent outings in these tournaments haven't been very good. I would say now, in general, England have an okay chance. Personally, I would like to see them get to the second round and get put out by us. That, my friends, can happen. If we won our group, if Ireland won the group and England comes second, it's a second round match. If Ireland comes second and England won their group, which probably is more likely of happening, it can happen also. But if we both win our groups or both come second, we'll probably just meet in the final or the semi-final. But wouldn't it be great in England-Ireland quarter-final? It'd be even greater in England-Ireland final, but I don't think that can happen. But definitely, big prospect for a quarter-final match between the home nations, and wouldn't it be something? Okay, England, all I'm going to say now is, England, good luck, but when you play us, bad luck, folks. To anybody out there that knows me in England and Britain, I know I get a good few views from England and Scotland and Wales there. Howdy, folks. Right, mates. All you Londoners out there, hello, how you doing? Cheerio.